And welcome back to everybody. Day 120 on the Twitch, episode 238 for the YouTube of CLG FC. For those that missed the entire series, it's exclamation point YT or exclamation point YouTube. What is the save here? Asks Baseball Fan. So, we are doing a level 20 to the top. It is with CLG FC. So the YouTube, Beardless Benny, what's going on? Yeah, that's the good news. You never seen me carry block on COD today? I did see that you carried block on COD today. Yeah, I saw that he had a tendency to get himself killed quite a few times. Let's give a shout out to the lovely Ziggurath, by the way, who's also an FM streamer, also plays PGA, plays F shit. Damn, here's Zig playing Siege. Look at that, that's a throwback. They also play Euro Truck Simulator. So great streamer overall. Give Ziggurath a follow. Part of a great network save as well with David Nyholm, D-Boy Plays, KJ, and Blue. So really, really good. Blog, I get you good. I'll get you a shout out in a minute, Blog. Right. For those that to answer Baseball Fan's question, by the way, what is this save? So we're using Dan FM Database's England Level 20 database save, right? We started in the 20th division, and we've managed to work our way up with, what's it been, like 10 straight promotions now? We've gone straight up. But the reason we've gone straight up is because this is a save using CounterLogic FC. Now, CounterLogic Gaming used to be an esports organization. From 2010 to 2023, they existed. They died in April of 2023. So what we have done is, I'm going to sub in these two players so I can actually make the point I'm going to make. We've taken this group of starting 11 who have all had some previous connection to CounterLogic Gaming. Snicky was they're a Counter-Strike commentator. They commentated the Counter-Strike team. I used to commentate the Counter-Strike team. Parks used to commentate the Counter-Strike team. Jack Lemon was their Discord community moderator. Frack was a friend of one of the former players on the Counter-Strike team for CLG. But everybody here has some connection to the former CounterLogic Gaming organization. So we remade CLG as a football club. We stuck, that's Hotshot GG as the chairman. And we are currently on our way from level 20 to the top using this squad of players. So these players get better over time slightly, and we try to use the same 11 and get them to the top. So, but yeah, that's basically what the save is a level 20 to the top using a custom community club called CounterLogic Gaming. So we play at the Faithful Wall, which is like really, really, really small. The capacity was 300, and then we added 60 seats, and it took away 70 capacity. So the capacity is extremely tiny. But that's the save. I have an FM24 save. I'm sorry. I have an FM23 save that's coming back tomorrow, and that's the longest save, which is literally win everything in Football Manager vanilla game that's possible. Who has pinged me? That's funny. Anyway, how was the golf today? It was okay. I shot 111, which is around my average. Had a lovely partner, and that was it was really enjoyable. So got some sun as well. Guys, brand new streamer, by the way. Streams Football Manager, streams Siege. There he is, flashing himself in Siege. It's Blockbuster. Give him a follow. Really fun. Sounds glad. Yeah, that's actually the longest save, which is that baseball. That's the FM23 challenge. I think it's 242 trophies. So, yeah. But if you want to see epic wins and epic fails, Blockbuster V20, brand new Football Manager streamer, also a brand new streamer in general. We're trying to get him to affiliate, and he's also part of the FM Collective. So definitely give him a follow. What's up, Duck God? Welcome in. Um, if I forgot to say hi to anybody, by the way, I apologize. It's kind of whoa. But yeah, Base Bovin, Skull Crusher, Blockbuster, Ducky, Zig, Viva, I think was here earlier. Yeah, welcome in everybody. Right, I see that's the type of teammates I get. See, hey, listen, man. I never pay attention to that kind of shit because I used to play Counter Strike and they used to get extremely toxic and people would be like raging and I'm like, guys, we're in silver too. Like you're just as bad. You know what I mean? People be raging at their teammates in silver too. Like, bro, you're silver with us. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? Anyway, right. Let's continue on, shall we? We've got Burst Golf in what is that? 6 days? I was gonna say 5 days. 6 days. We are top of the league right now by 4 points. So we're working on getting promoted yet again, which would be nice. And hopefully we do. It'd be nice. But we are in. We literally went out of the cup immediately. By the way, Dan's database has the cups don't start till you're in the 10th tier. And we literally just got into the cups, was like, yeah, or just got into the 10th tier, was like, yeah, we finally get a cup. And then we went out on pens, like, immediately. That's typical. Um, but this is the league table right here. And currently we got Burst Golf in 16th, Sutton Reserves in 15th. Then we play a decent Cross Hill side in 5th, or 6th, sorry. Almondbury Woolpack, who are 10th. Clitheroe, who are down there in 11th. Main Road, who are down there in 14th. And then we've got the team chasing us in Bradley. So literally, we're playing 1, 2, 3, 4. We're playing 5 in the next 6 games against bottom half opponents. And then we've got Cross Hills in 6th. And then the guys that are chasing us in Bradley. So it's going to be a bit of quite a rundown here. To the end. Coney Coon's out with a concussion as well. He's out for 3 weeks. So I'm going to be streaming Siege tomorrow, trying to get back to bronze. Nice. I think that in every game, though, the rage and the same. Yeah, exactly. You're right. But like, if somebody raged, it's not really excusable. Do you know what I mean? It's not excusable. But if somebody raged and they were, say, global elite in CS, you would listen, like I would at least say it's coming from a place where they understand the game. If they're raging and they're silver too, and it's a silver competitive game, you ain't really got a leg to stand on, do you? I mean, you know what I mean? You've got even less of a leg to stand on. So, Siege one of those games where the worst player, me, are the ones who talk the most trap. Yeah. Oh yeah. I forgot. I had a couple of people. Yeah. I did. I delete that shit. That's the stuff that I just delete and block. I've had that happen on YouTube because I used to play F1 games on stream, and I really like doing that. But I don't like. I used to hate it. All right. The reason I stopped playing it for a while is because I got to a point where I was like, I had the AI set to like 90 or 100. And I was racing them really hard, and I'm like gripping the steering wheel real hard, and like trying like hell or high water to scrape away a point out of a race or something like that. And I'm like, me tensely racing for 60 to 70 laps is not fun. Like I'd rather I come on to relax and chill. Do you know what I mean? I got the master in CS:GO and couldn't get higher. Nice. But you know what I mean? Like it's nice to be competitive and race hard and all that stuff. Like that's cool. But like when I come on stream, I don't want to like. I'm not here to be competitive. I'm here to relax and chill and talk to people. So it's like you know what I mean. That's the last thing I want to do. So I used to play F1 2012 on easy, and I still do. Mainly because I was using F1 2012 to also learn how to race without assists because I've never done that before. And people used to hate comment the VODs, and I'm like, I'm just gonna wind up deleting it, guys. Like, I was a lot better in Valorant. It's because it's a shit game. But moving on. Complaining at teammates with the same rank of you in competitive games, like having two peg legs, two hook arms, and two eye patches, kind of like this. Yeah, exactly. So now imagine when you're at the bottom of the ranking pyramid as well, Ducky. Right, Bradley 2-0 over Clitheroe, Lewis in the 25th, Hadley in the 49th before Sutton for Clitheroe was dismissed from play in the 76th. Bradley runs out 2-0 winners. They move to within a point of us with a game in pocket for Bradley. So there is that. See, it's a lot harder game to play. Yeah, 100%. It's insanely hard to play at a high level. All right, I'm going to go watch Godfather 2 with my dad. Be back after. Have fun. I have a 6-hour stream, and you're going to watch Godfather 2, which means you may not be back in time. But it's a long movie. The Godfather movies are long movies. Wait, weekly staff meeting. We will stop the individual training for those. You can remind me in a month about Jack. That's right. It's 3.5. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. So, that's a long freaking movie, man. It needs to be moved. I'm not moving anybody to the end of the season. Nobody moves squad until the end. I don't like doing that in this save. So, what's your handicap? Oh, I'm sorry. You did ask me that earlier, or I think Blockbuster, one of you two did. My handicap is a 34, I think it is. Hold on. I'll look. I could just launch the app and tell you. That's a possibility. No, he means that. No, not that Blockbuster. He means your actual handicap, man. 35.2. So, at one point, the highest it's been was a 39, I think. 39.5 was the highest it's been. The lowest it's been was a 34.1. So, I know I'm joking. Okay, I see. All right. My average score is a 113.9, and I shot 111 today. So, I don't have clubs. I use the main thing. Like, I have a driver. I have a 3-wood. I have a 2-iron, a 4-iron, a 5-iron, a 6-iron, a 7-iron, an 8-iron, and a sand wedge. I do not have a 9-iron or a pitching wedge. So, I don't have a 3-iron either. I don't have a fairway wood. I don't have a 5-wood. So, I'm missing a few clubs. I was around the golf. It was really enjoyable, David. It really was. It was really nice. Saw the pick you put. It's just that course is so gorgeous, man. That course is just so awesome looking. You know what I mean? Like it's so pretty. So we're around the same then. You're 46. Nice. When I first started, I think my first ever handicap was like a 51 or a 48. It was something like that. It was really high. And I've worked to get it down to a 35. And I'm probably, until I get lessons or at least get the rest of the clubs I need, which I have no interest in spending that amount of money on golf this year. It's probably going to hang around there. So, but guys, wonderful streamer, by the way. Give him a follow. Streams Football Manager. Here they are playing it now. It is the wonderful David Nyholm. Also plays ETS2 and a few other games as well. So, I'm just tired from it. That's really what it is. I get tired from the golf. We'll do Leagues in Focus in the next episode. So, for those that are, I feel like America has a lot of better courses than we have over here. 100%. I mean that by no offense. It depends where, Skull Crusher, in Europe. It depends where in Europe. In the UK, I mean, there's some nice courses, don't get me wrong, but like, I just feel like the climate for golfing is better in the US, that the courses can be maintained and generally are a little bit better. So, but maybe that's just me. I don't know. But we have some absolutely gorgeous courses. And I live in a county that's very, people retire to the county I live in. So as such, there's always a ton of golf courses around. Atlanta beat the Union. Boo, we don't like that. Forest beat West Ham in the 5th round of the FA Cup. Boo, we don't like that either. Right. There's our monthly finances. We're bleeding money, but we still got plenty in the bank. Um, due to maintenance is reason dependent on probably what or yeah, that's fair. That's a fair assessment. So um, yeah, the one I went to today, Moccasin Run, is so phenomenally well kept. They have a very large staff, but they're always booked out. Like it's insane. The tea times for today when I booked my tea time places less rain, it's easier to keep. That's true. Yeah. But I think like when I booked my tea time, I booked it on Wednesday, right, for today, and the only times that were available were the 6 o'clock, the 6:09, the 6:18, and the 6:54. The next available tea time after that was like 9:58 or some shit like that. It was like almost 10 o'clock. So I mean, they do tea times by 9 minutes, so everything between then was booked. And I'm like, holy moly, you know what I mean? So um, we got an A+ from the board, a B- from the supporters. I don't know why. I don't know why the supporters would give me a B- when I've literally won them as many promotions as I have. So it's tea time. Good God, God damn it. God damn it, David. You know what I mean. So I'm like, I'm tired now because of it. Not tired like eyes heavy, but like my legs are sore, my arms are sore because I'm out of shape, and golfing is. Don't let anyone tell you it's not strenuous. It is. So, um, tired like mom's spaghetti. What does that even mean, David? What does that even mean? Right. That's not what I wanted. Thank you very much. I wanted to go here and tick off everybody 26 or over. So, even though they're A+ and they look great, look at all these guys. They look great. Um, I'm not. There's no. But these guys look phenomenal. Mustafa Okua or Oko. He looks phenomenal. This kid. Technicals could be a lot better. He's 18 though. He's got a lot of potential. Anthony Bava looks good. Ooh, fucking hell! Look at his physicals. Holy moly! Look at this kid. Not as good as it's just a red card joke is all. It's not as good as the ice cream one. Listen, I've never had something ever explained to me as he's asking to leave too. Fucking hell. This kid, he's asking to leave, and it's March in the game, so you could probably approach to sign him on a pre-contract, like, woo, oof, anyway, uh, kid looks good, but we'll move on. Have you tried rematch yet? No, and I'm not gonna buy it. I've got too many other games I want to play. I need to. I'm actually trying to Wednesday. Probably gonna pick up Stellar Blade again. I've really been enjoying that. Wednesday is like the one day I don't stream, and I've been hooked on Stellar Blade. Stellar Blade has been phenomenal for me so far. I was told it's good, but not worth buying it. If it's this kind of thing you're gonna put 500 to 600 hours in and play that many games, like it's worth it. But if you're not gonna do that, it's not worth full price for me. Right, we're 4-5. Burskov 3-1 to draw 11-4. We are on 67 points. The record for the division is 80. Is this a club record for most of the season? No, it's a division record. So uh, Ahmed Jimoa or Jamal is ready for a professional contract. He's not. Ooh, 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 ooh. Something tells me nah. Pre-match press conference. Let's kick this off with the first question from Jack Calvert at the Daily Star. I think they should make it free and do in-game purchases. They already do in-game purchases, as far as I know. So, I think we've got. I'd like to think we've got a good chance. We're confident. Do you have an update on? He's still out like 3 weeks, isn't he? 2 weeks. But he's making progress. Yes. Team rent. That's cool. How important is a good performance here? Knowing we know I don't want to be chasing. So, absolutely. Sign a new contract. Can we expect him? I think people might need to temper his expectations in the short term. He's got superb potential, but he has a lot of work ahead of him. Anyway, sir. Sorry, I'm come down. I'm having a crash off lunch. So I had a lovely lunch sandwich actually. We went to lunch a little early, like a smidge early. So, like 11 instead of like 12 or 1 o'clock. We ate around 11, and I had a breakfast sandwich. How long do you think it will take to get team outside top 6 in Prem to win the title? You mean like in a new save? 2 seasons? 2-3 seasons? So. Right, Burskall. Here's the game already. Oh, I forgot. Go back. Go back. So, in a new save, I would say 2 seasons. Right, Silsden Reserves hosting Earlham. Tullett in the 3rd minute for Silsden Reserves got them started. They were up 1-0. Dickin in the 39th scored to make it 2-0 for Silsden Reserves. Cole in the 67th made it 3-0 before Simpson in the 86th got a consolation for Earlham. Cole added a second in added time at the end of the second half. And Silsden Reserves with a big win over Earlham, 4-1. And now there's 3 teams sitting on 24 points, 2 of which are in the drop on goal difference. And then Squires Gate are just a point ahead of them in 13th. Earlham are now only 4 points ahead of the drop. So it's getting a little bit tight down there. Burskoff, by the way, are only a point back of those 3 teams on 24 points on 23 in 17. So that's really tight at this point in the season. I mean, 2 points is separating 13th from 17th. So that's pretty competitive. It's pretty tight at the top as well. And then we've got the final playoff place. There's a little bit of a battle going on as well. So, a lot to pay attention to in this league. Right, Burskoff, match day. Here we go. We are ready to go for match day. Yeah, I think if you start a new save and you pick a Brighton, you could probably win the Prem in 2 seasons. So, unless you mean the top 6 leagues, then I would say 10 seasons. I'd say probably 10 seasons. Because you'll probably do like a fully homegrown team that came from my own youth save, youth only challenge. That's good. I don't know if you guys saw the youth intake we had in the other save, but it was horrendous. Absolutely horrendous, that save. Let me see if I can send this to you guys. The save I'm doing tomorrow, that was the youth intake, for those that haven't seen it yet. That was the youth intake preview. It was awful. Absolutely awful. So, one of the that was the best youth intake you ever seen. Yeah, it was definitely a youth intake of all time. Right. Stupid. It was just so stupid. And that's the crazy thing, is I'm working with that, and I kind of have to take not just that and work with it, but I think, and I've said it before in that save, I think I'm gonna have to win the Champions League from Korea, because they're probably the most highly skilled nation in Asia that I can win something with. So, you know, I'll probably have to build that team up into a Champions League winner in order to win the continental competitions. So we'll see. Right, we got Burskoff. We got the ads in 14 minutes, which means let me run them now. I'm going to go use the toilet, and never seen it as any, never seen any as bad as that. Yeah, it's pretty bad. So Tyler Rate is apparently available. We're going to mark Kirk Carson. And Akoni Kun is out, Parks is out. So Perver comes in for Parks. And Akoni Kun, Charlie Wildman will start for Akoni Kun. And that means we have Joe Wright on the bench. I actually probably should, hold on. Timeout, y'all. I made a save, but problem doing youth save, I have to accept any offer comes in for a player that's not been developed in youth. Yeah. Yeah. That's going to probably piss off a lot of your fans. Your supporters. Actually, I'm going to start Joe Jones, and then Wildman can take the bench. I'm going to save that again. I'm going to run the ads now. I'm going to use the toilet. We're going to be back in 3 minutes with the first game of the stream. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Just have to hope you keep key players as long as possible. Oh, you mean with the youth only save? Yeah, I know. That's true. I probably read that and you were at the ads, but also you might not be at the ads. But still, now that they're over, you said you have to hope to keep key players as long as possible. Definitely. Yeah, that's always the tricky part. Right. The team is set, which means I'm gonna have to hold on. Pause the music that's playing in my. Oh, it's done in 10 seconds anyway. Cool. I fucking hate this shit. Like Snicky, you have played 210 games for us. Like this shit is so stupid. Like feels unsuited for the role they're being asked to play. They have played that role for 211 games. We haven't changed the formation since we started. And it's like, how do you feel unsuited for a role you've played over 200 times? Somebody explain that to me. Right. FM being dumb aside, it's time to get into the game. We are always going to press Connor Walker. They've made no changes. We've made no changes. We're 4-1-0 in our last 5. They are 1-2-2 in their last 5. We got to point the finger and say, don't let them down. Don't let them fans down. I have faith in you. I have faith in you. I have faith in you. Right. So, everybody's motivated. And let's get into it, shall we? Here we go. We are underway. Here in Burskoff. There we go. Hopefully here comes the money. Here comes the scoring. Okay, we're good there. Here's Sheamus. Lou! What's going on? Guys, one of Portsmouth's greatest streamers. Don't tell Rex. He is one of the kindest men in all the FM space. Lou It Gaming. Here he is playing FM. I probably should have waited to do this till after the game, but it's fine. We don't score from corners anyway. So, Twinkle, pervert, probably, I thought he should have had a crack. Sheamus does, it's over the top. Do you ever watch UFC? No, I don't. I'm not really into UFC. So, it's not I like boxing. I put it that way. Old school boxing I like. But UFC, nah, I don't really. And boxing, I don't even watch the fights that boxing have now, because boxing now is like, come watch KSI fight Jake Paul. No, thank you. Don't care. Give me somebody actually in like the divisions fighting for a belt. Like, you know what I mean? Goalkeeper injured and none on the bench clip? Oh my god. Why do you not name a goalkeeper in your it doesn't matter if it's a save like this where I can only name 5 subs. One of them is always the goalkeeper. Always. I will not go into a game without a goalkeeper as a substitute. So, here's Burskoff. Howard Carson. Brott has tipped that over the top. Good save from Brott. So, here's Holmes. Howard. Back to Holmes. Bengala. Good block from Snicky. And now we can break. I'm not sure why I didn't. I don't normally unless there was a reason. Yeah, I mean, I've had it too where maybe like I've had two keepers hurt at the same time. And usually I only carry 3 on the roster, right? So I've had it where, yeah, both keepers have been hurt. And you're praying your third one doesn't get hurt. You know, the one game I tried not putting goalkeeper on my bench, goalkeeper got injured. Yeah. So that's the only time I've run without a goalkeeper. It happened once in the save, I think it was. I think my backup goalkeepers were Dwayne Wright and Barney Tullock. And I think Tullock was hurt, and Brott is obviously the main keeper. I think Brott was hurt, and Barney Tullock was hurt. So my second keeper, Dwayne Wright, was like the only keeper I had, and I was praying he didn't get hurt. So, yeah, I've had that. You know, I usually always name a goalkeeper as a sub. So that's offsides on Howard. We only have 1 shot. They have 2. We've had 55% possession. Our shot's not even been that great. Here's Twinkle with the ball. Joe Jones trying to play the through ball for Snicky, but they get caught up by the defense. Howard's going to bring the ball back on the left. Here's a new highlight. And Jack will come in here. Picks up the ball. Forward for Twinkle. Cookies. Cookies finds Spaps, so much open space. Spaps, the cross, Joe Jones, that's on sides. And we lead. Let's go, Jones. That was nice. It was a really nice goal, actually. I feel like they're trying to press Snicky, and they gave Spaps so much space. This is just a lovely ball. And Joe Jones is through on goal. So, how we looking? We're looking good. We're top of the league by a single point with a game in hand. This being the game in hand. So we can go 4 top if we win this. There's, I think, after this game, there are 7 left in the season. So I don't think we get the season done today, but I think we set up the finale for the next time we run CLG FC. I mentioned the YouTube earlier, by the way, guys, because I'm going to exclamation point YT it again for you all, as that's a great save by Brat. Every single match that we do is recorded live while the stream is on. So like I'm recording this right now, and it's uploaded on the YouTube. So the entire CLGFC collective is on YouTube. Every single previous game from every single season. It also includes all the stuff we do in the off season, signings, the major tournament watch-alongs, everything that we do. Every minute of the save. That's a nice goal from Snicky. It's uploaded on YouTube. So on there, you're going to find this save. You're going to find the commentary we do for Unreal Tournament. You're going to find the action timing and playthrough we have. You're going to find the out of the park baseball we commentate, so which is really fun. You also might find some very old clips of me doing Counter-Strike on there, so which is where I came from before I became an FM streamer, was a Counter-Strike. So that guy was unhappy with his role and duty for the game score. Yeah, Snicky. Yeah, Snicky is sick. Snicky's, I think, our all-time leading goal scorer. So they're fantastic. They're actually a really good friend at IRL as well. So right, here's me. Spaps, Cookies. You were not saying the outer part last time we spoke about it. Oh my God, what a goal from Twinkle! Holy shit! Wow. What a finish from Twinkle. Good Lord, did he just turn and shoot this? Is that what he had? Cookies, Spaps. Oh, he didn't even take a touch. He didn't even take a touch, and he's top binned it. What a finish. There we go, 3-0, just like that. You were not, yeah, because I had the sweatiest, so the offline save, Lou, I had the sweatiest World Series I could possibly have ever had. I mean, it was just so unnerving. Oh, I thought Jones might get to it. He has. Cookies, and it's 4. Wow. The ball falls to the Cookies, and within 3 minutes, 4 goals, three goals in 4 minutes. So, what a finish. What's your favorite sport? Well, it's got to be football, isn't it? So, I watch football. Like I've watched every MLS game this season pretty much, bar a few exceptions, a very few exceptions. But I watched the Prem. I know the Women's Euros kicks off in 2 weeks. I'll probably watch that alongside the MLS, because the MLS will be back by then. I'm a season ticket holder at my MLS club and have been for 10 seasons now. It's been 10 seasons I've been a season ticket holder at the Union. That's a corner. So yeah, I've been watching. I used to play football when I was a kid, but I've been watching it for the better part of almost 30 years. So hands down football. But I really like baseball. I really, really, really like baseball as well, and ice hockey. I really like ice hockey as well. Um, so uh, I used to play. I used to play baseball as well as a kid. I played baseball 4 years. I played football for 4 years, and I played deck hockey. I guess you could call it. Like it's like roller hockey, but there's no roller blades. But you play it indoors in like a gymnasium, so like deck hockey, if you foot hockey, something like that. Played that for 2 years. Oh my God, Joe Jones, that was offsides, flags up on the far side. So, and I played basketball for one, and I hated it. Oh my God, yeah, two players offsides. So I don't mind basketball. Like I watch Olympic basketball. I can't get into the NBA. I can't get into the NBA at all. Um, so And I stopped even with the college game. Like March Madness used to be one of my favorite times of year. Oh my God! But I don't even watch that anymore. It's mainly just Olympic basketball if I'm going to watch any basketball. So also, the only other sports I mean, I just like sport in general, but my favorite by far is football. So I'm, as I would imagine most of us that play FM, that's the case. Good save. That's a good save on a good shot. So. If it's different though for you, Crusher, let me know. But I'd imagine it's football. Headed up. Onyango gonna head this out. So if you're wondering, I support West Ham. So and Philadelphia. I supported West Ham since '05. Philly didn't have a team, and then in 2010 Philly got a team, and I've been supporting Philly since 14. So I went to a game in 2012, and the only thing I wanted to do was go back, and I wanted to be in the Sons of Ben because I saw how they stood and chanted the whole 90. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna be there. And then 2 years later, in 2014, I got a ticket in the Sons of Ben, and I went. And the moment I went to that game, I was hooked. I was instantly hooked. And I turned around literally at the start of the next season, was like, give me season tickets, please. So and then I've just been going. So I go my national sports, hurling and Gaelic football, and then football. Okay, so that would be Ireland then, right? Gaelic football and hurling. My mate is big into those because he's from Armagh, and he's big into he likes hurling a lot actually. So yeah, yeah. Joe Jones, Snicky, Twinkle, and Cookies 4-0. That's the difference. I mean, you're doing brilliantly. Keep it up. Sheem is probably going to be a sub in the 60th just because he's booked. Hurling's amazing if you like fast sports. He does. Yeah, he really likes fast sports. So, he also likes the Formula One. I like Formula One as well. I struggle to watch it because it's very top heavy and like Red Bull dominated for years. I know this season's a little bit different, but the cars are a lot wider now as well, so the racing isn't as good, we'll say. But um, it's too reliant on DRS, man. So how is Lewis doing? Lewis. Oh, Hamilton. Ferrari aren't that great, I think, if I remember correct. I don't know. I haven't really followed this season. I just know Piastri's in the lead. Um, I think still. Lewis has 79 points. He's in sixth. Ferrari are third in the constructors by 21 points over Red Bulls. It's McLaren 1-2, then it's Max. And then it's George Russell and Mercedes, and then it's the two Ferraris. So Holmes, Howard. I think Howard's offside. Does he know? Apparently not. Apparently Carson was though. Ferrari are not good. All about the McLaren this year. Do you think Lewis can get 8? No, I don't think he will. I don't think Ferrari are going to produce a car that's good enough to win a world championship anytime soon. Driver or constructor. So I just think that's the nature of Ferrari right now. Is they're like an outside. They're always like an outside competitor. Oh fuck. Well, it's 4-1. Can you please call that Piastri because Lando is doing typical Lando things? I feel with the reset next year is due to why Lewis went there. I just don't have any faith in Ferrari as a manufacturer to build a car that would compete with the likes of Red Bull and Mercedes and all them. Here's Sheamus to whip this in. That is headed up and away. Cookies will knock it down. Cross Sheamus back post. He can't win the header. Perver over to Jack. Back to Perver. Perver here. Maybe. Ooh, good ball. I think Sheamus is offsides there. Yes, he is. That will be his last action, I think. All right, pause. Because essentially Jones will have to go to the left, and then Charlie Wildman comes in for him. I think that's it for now. For now. Yeah, but the reset next year can change all that. As I feel they're putting money for the next year, same as Red Bull, potentially. That's true. I have not watched enough. Need to get watching some of these European races coming. Yeah, I might. I might. I don't know. Oh, what a save from Kashmir. I should watch it, especially now that the Prem is over, because they come on the same time. So it's like, Prem's gone. I should probably pick it up and watch it, but I don't know. I just don't anymore. So the commitment I made this year is to watch MLS more because it's my league. You know what I mean? Like, I used to not know a lot of the players around the league. I still really don't. I don't really follow players that closely, and rosters that closely. But oh, that was a stupid fucking free kick. Um, but genuinely, I feel like I wanted to see what the teams are like around MLS a little more and try to dissect their play styles a little more and whatnot. That's a corner. I'm going to make a change. Just get a general better understanding of the league. I think that's what I've kind of committed to um, this year. I think Jack's going to go on the left. Sam Wellman will come in for Charlie Perver then at center back. Basically, Lando should be in the top 3 every race, but he's actively destroying his own chances because he's getting out-driven by his teammate, and that's the new number 1, although not officially, and then takes unnecessary risks, which winds up causing him to crash the car, like in Canada, right? Would that be a fair assessment to say, David? That's a goal kick. That's over the top. I mean, yeah, stuff like this is just dumb. Yeah, okay. He's always. I feel like he's always been the type that's been in his head a little bit too much, or a little bit too big for his britches. Maybe not in his head, but a little bit too big for his britches. Um, so, but I don't know. That might be me talking bullshit. I don't know enough to really stand by that stance with any conviction. So, he wants to win drivers' champs. Yeah, that's not the way. Yeah, I agree. Oh, back post. Joe Jones off the bar. He was clear number 1 last year, and Papaya rules made him give it up. Yeah. Here's Spaps on the right-hand side. I've got 1 sub left. I think I know who it's going to be. Over the top. Good ball. Cookies. The cross sneaking. Oh. Just couldn't score that. Second chance now. Wildman recycling the ball. Spaps is offsides. That's out for a goal kick anyway. This year's teammate's better and he refuses to accept that. Maybe that means he'll wind up being a Red Bull driver. I don't know. I doubt it. I mean, I don't. The other thing about F1 that I struggle with is that the team I like is always terrible. So although they're having a great year, they're having a phenomenal year compared to previous years. But I mean, for the longest time in recent memory, the team that I like has been absolute ass. So it's just nice to see them actually consistently picking up points for once. I would love to see them return to glory, but I think those days are long, long, long gone. So I think they would be closer to going out of Formula One than winning Formula One again. So Spaps was offsides, flags up on the near side. Mercedes technically have an open spot next year, and if Lando leaves McLaren because he wasn't winning, he's winning. I can see it too. Yeah, that's fair. But then don't they have don't they have uh, is it Antonelli? On my eternal mid save with Palace, have the easiest run into the semifinal and FA Cup ever. 2 League One clubs and 2 League Championship clubs. Russell doesn't have a contract. Got you. I didn't realize it was Russell who was out of contract. I mean, you got to think they're going to re-sign him. He's actually driving pretty well this season. But you never know. Teams make dumb decisions all the time. Teams make land shifting decisions all the time. So, right. 2 minutes of added time. They're looking to score a second. That's a good ball. They have scored a second. Fuck's sake. Burskov get another one back. I love that emote. Lou. So, yeah, he's behind the ball, man. And we're still going to win, but by a score of 4-2. Hey, Lou. How's the save going, Ducky? Because I saw you post a little bit of the updates. So, my bad. I didn't realize you guys cared about the thing as much. You know what I mean? Because like I did use the editor to look at a few attributes of players, right? Because attribute masking was on. And sometimes, obviously, if you click in and you hit escape, it doesn't save any changes. But if I never made a change, I probably just clicked OK. And that gave it that marking that, oh, you've used the editor. And I'm like, well, not really. I've not really changed anything. But yes, I would have clicked OK. So, gets used more on other channel than mine. Yeah, really? Nice. Evening. Yes. We got everybody in tonight. It's great to see. We are about to win. Where's the full-time whistle, ref? It's no, there we go. There it is. Full-time whistle. Joe Jones in the 19th. Snicky in the 32nd. Twinkle in the 34th. Cookies in the 36th. We were 4-0 up at the break. Robert Reed got one back for Burskov in the 58th before Kirk Carson in the 90th. Got a second consolation goal for them, but we run out 4-2 winners. So I'm fine with that. To be honest, I've not touched the save in like 6 hours. We'll continue tomorrow. That's fair. So I would literally clock out of work and just try to do as much as I can in the span of like an hour or two, and then prep for stream or something like that. Right, we returned to the top by 4 points. Other results: Bickerstaff hosting Mossley, Howson in the 6th, Howson in the 8th. That gave Mossley an early 2-0 advantage. Remington in the 44th got one back right before the break for Bickerstaff. 2-1 at half they would go. Mossley would find a third through Howson's hat trick in the 70th minute. Marumo got one back in the 87th, but Bickerstaff could not find an equalizing goal. Bickerstaff down the 10th. Mossley remain in 5th. Clitheroe hosting Lancaster, the worst team in the league. Molyneux in the 22nd, Wilford in the 45th, Murphy in added time at the end of the first half made it 3-0 to Clitheroe. Coffey added a fourth in the 63rd, and they run out 4-0 winners. Clitheroe now up to 9th, leapfrogging Bickerstaff. Lancaster remain at the foot of the table. Sutton Reserves hosting FC Isle of Man. Poku sent off for Sutton Reserves in the 67th minute, but then Whittington, despite being down to 10 men, scored 6 minutes later to give Sutton Reserves the lead. 5 minutes after that, Stevens for FC Isle of Man leveled it, and then McNally actually put them ahead on an 87th minute penalty, but Murphy in the added time at the end of the second half leveled it for Sutton Reserves. 2-2 they would draw. That point is enough to climb Sutton Reserves out of the drop. They slide Main Road into the drop. FC Isle of Man only 38 points now. They are 9 adrift of the playoff places. We've got 7 to play in this league. Do we have a post-match press conference? Let's do. We'll kick this off with the first question from Martin Brown at Sporting Life. Twinkle's goal was unbelievable. We're not selling brat. And that is that. Cool. In the hours on FM24, I made 5 separate save files. Since that, take the new day, new save to a new level, even for me. Even in lieu, while our finances are in the mud. Yeah, the taxes destroyed me. That's what I did. Jones had 1 goal, 2 assists. And he's still not player of the week because Ethan Howson scored a freaking hat trick. But that's going to be a quick save. That's going to be the end of the recording for YouTube. So if you're watching this on the video on demand replay on the YouTube, thank you so much for watching. This was CLG FC episode 238. We'll see you for the next one. Until then, take care.